The Diddy scandal has officially reached a disturbing new level, and the evidence is no longer just speculation. That leaked audio clip making rounds online allegedly capturing Meek Mill and Diddy in a compromising moment is just the beginning. According to federal sources, the FBI doesn't just have that one tape, they've got hours of footage showing what really went down at those infamous freak-off parties, and what's on them is being described as graphic, emotional, and deeply incriminating. And apparently some of your fave rappers were seen crying after whatever happened was over. This isn't just celebrity gossip anymore. These tapes are going to be played in the Diddy drama, and everything is coming out. So, who are these rappers that Diddy used and made them cry? Let's start with a bombshell everyone's talking about for over a year: that leaked audio allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy in a compromising situation. A former security guard claims he recorded it during one of those notorious freak-offs.
Personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statement are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Now, if Diddy had tapes, the feds have them. That's a lot of blackmail.
The guard says these recordings weren't just one-offs. According to him, there's footage of several major artists in similar situations recorded without their consent. Footage the FBI now has in their possession as part of their ongoing investigation. And that's where things get really interesting. One of the earliest tape them seem to have is allegedly that of Usher.
With Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Most people forget that Usher lived with Diddy when he was just 13 years old as part of his mentorship program. But according to multiple industry insiders, this arrangement took a dark turn when Usher allegedly ended up hospitalized after one particular night at Diddy's mansion.
Yeah, because I know the topic is sensitive. What happened to Usher?
Kid to the hospital. How you send him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that's crazy.
In his own interviews years later, Usher kept things vague, only saying Diddy showed him another side of the industry and exposed him to things he wasn't ready for. Reading between the lines now, those statements hit completely different.
Doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, could you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Producer, who worked closely with both of them during that era, came forward saying Usher was noticeably different after that hospitalization, more reserved, less trusting. And if you notice, Usher rarely talks about those years, now always changing the subject when it comes up. But Usher isn't the only one. Another tape allegedly in the FBI's possession features YK Osiris, his bizarre behavior raised serious questions about his relationship with Diddy. The timeline here is crucial. In early 2021, YK announced he was facing financial hardship and sold off all his luxury vehicles, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, all gone. Then, mysteriously weeks later, he's posting from an exclusive resort in Jamaica, coincidentally, where Diddy was staying.
Yeah, for sure, man. I went broke so goddamn quick, man. Like, back then, 3 years, like 2.5, not 3 years ago, when Worthy came out. Man, I blew that money so goddamn fast, man. What did you buy? Shit. I gave my mama like $250, and then by the time you know it, taxes.
Exactly.
I said, cause I ain't know like the taxes come out now. They come out during that year. By the time you know, my account said, "This how much you owe?" I said, "Shit."
How much did you owe?
I think I owe like 190 or something.
190,000.
Yeah, something like that. But it was crazy. The money went so quick, bro. It like when you don't have it, it's like when you get it, your mindset changed so many things. Like you start buying so much things.
When directly questioned about the nature of their relationship on The Breakfast Club, his reaction spoke volumes. Instead of denying anything, he blushed and laughed nervously throughout the segment.
You ever met Diddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he ask you to party? Party?
Man.
Don't be put his fantasies on you.
Bad
Crazy,
man.
Every time I went my Diddy, that man's the vibe. That man be Diddy bopping. I be trying to know how to Diddy bop. That man fight.
Now you know.
And now with the FBI combing through hours of recovered footage, sources say there's a tape one that might finally explain why Osiris's behavior changed so drastically and what really happened during those private vacations. Because if what's on that tape is even half as disturbing as insiders claim, the scandal is just getting started, and Diddy might not be the only one going down. And we can't forget Aaron Carter, who struggled with substance and mental health issues before his tragic death. According to those close to him, Aaron had attended several industry parties in his youth that left him deeply troubled.
I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there and she's like, "Tell them what happened." And I'm like, "What do you mean, tell them what happened?" And I sit down with them and they all ask these super sexually exploited, questions, back-sided questions. And I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, "Are y'all crazy?" I said, "What you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money?" That's what I told him. I was like, "You're crazy." And I looked over at my mom and I was like, "Are you serious, Mom?" I was like, "What is going on here? Why are you letting this happen?" And she goes, well, I think something happened, I think something. I'm like, really? That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything.
Former manager claimed Aaron had been introduced to circles he wasn't prepared for during his teen years in the months before his passing. Aaron had reportedly begun opening up about traumatic experiences at Hollywood gatherings, though he never named Diddy specifically.
Only bad thing about a star is they burn up, say turn up, say turn up.
Do you regret ever getting involved?
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old. Because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, "We're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this." I had to go show off all the stuff, my whole life, that was going to be taken away from me.
Speaking of industry exploitation, let's talk about Burna Boy, a surprising name that came up in recent allegations. In 2020, Diddy suddenly became very involved with Burna Boy executive producing his album twice. As tall, despite the two having no previous working relationship during that period, they were constantly seen together on social media. This collaboration sparked rumors and speculation, including unverified claims about the nature of their relationship that circulated online, alongside questionable imagery that some alleged was manipulated. While it appeared to be a standard collaboration on the surface, industry insiders have questioned the abrupt nature of their partnership and how quickly it dissolved once the album was completed. Then there's Orlando Brown, who has been the only one bold enough to talk about what Diddy actually did to him.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh-gosh goosh-wash. You gave me the oosh-gosh muaf, the smoosh-mash. Diddy. Yeah, son. Gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the but he wants you.
In several interviews, Orlando explicitly stated that Diddy forced him with multiple rappers, including some of the biggest names in the industry. Rather than viewing these as delusional claims, some industry veterans now suggest Orlando might be deliberately acting unstable as a protection mechanism. Music journalist Jaguar Wright recently stated, "Orlando knows exactly what he's doing. Acting crazy gives him freedom to speak truths no one would believe otherwise. It's a survival tactic in this industry."
And I definitely don't sit with people who make child porn films.
It's not our fault that Justin Bieber got by Diddy.
It's not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy anymore. It is not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy anymore.
Yo, son, the wanted to be rich, son.
Listen to me. He turned Justin Bieber into a pocket pussy. The fuck
to be rich,
they put the baby on. No, I put the coke in the car out. Idiot. That Bieber is wrong. Did it walk away?
That makes sense.
Put the coke in the car.
Another artist caught in this web of allegations is Briar Gray from Empire. According to multiple sources, Bryce's career trajectory changed dramatically after attending certain industry parties. Jaguar Wright made headlines when she claimed that Will Smith was the one who gave birth to Diddy. While the details remain vague, the timing aligns with Brusher's sudden career decline.
As far as Will Smith is concerned, until he does right by all of those children that were harmed and corrupted while in his care. Children that grew up to be men. Boys like Bashir Gray. August Alsina. Yo.
Following the end of the Empire Barrier's promising career inexplicably stalled, then came his bizarre arrest involving a SWAT standoff followed by claims of mental health issues. Industry contacts completely stopped taking his calls. What's most disturbing about all these allegations is how they connect to warnings we've heard for years from respected figures in the industry. Cat Williams has been sounding the alarm about Diddy's behind-the-scenes activities for over a decade. In multiple interviews, Cat claimed he turned down millions of dollars to preserve his integrity, specifically mentioning refusing inappropriate advances from powerful industry figures. These aren't just random accusations anymore. Joseph Menzoro's civil lawsuit explicitly describes being drugged and brought to a Diddy party against his will through an underground tunnel. The lawsuit names multiple high-profile celebrities who were allegedly present, including A-list actors and artists. Court documents reveal that Diddy's legal team has desperately tried to get the case thrown out or at least delayed, but the judge denied these requests, stating the evidence presented warranted further investigation. The rumor circulating in industry circles is that these tapes LY leveraged against every major artist who was involved. This might explain why the industry has been surprisingly quiet about the allegations, with few peers either defending or condemning Diddy. A person made a comment that said, "This Diddy is not a joke at all. This man been doing this industry for years. They finally got him, and a whole lot of y'all favorite people going to get called out in the process." Another insider commented, "The names we are going to confirm will shock you. The Diddy case is ramping up, and it's bigger than anyone first imagined. It's all of them." What's your take on all this? Could these alleged tapes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.